and welcome to the first video on my vlog. So today I'm going to be showing you kind of what I do to prepare for a radio show and then how I do a radio show kind of thing. So right now I am currently building my radio hour. So today it's a genre swap show, so each week I do a different genre of music or different decade of music, and then I build up my thing. So this week I am doing groups of bands, so I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm at 9 o'clock on a Saturday. So far I've picked out 2 ABBA songs and a Beatles. So I search in the search bar for what music I kind of want to pick. So at the moment I'm going through the Who songs. So these are the ones that we've got on the system already, because usually I do put my own music on there that I've bought, but today I'm just going to take all the stuff off there because I was too lazy earlier on to do it. So currently there's a show going on, so they're on for the next, they've got 7 minutes left, and then 8 o'clock I don't think there's anyone in, so it'll just play normal music. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing so far, so I'll check back in once I've built up my hour to show you what I do next. Okay, so now I've filled up my hour with music. Usually I try to make it go over the hour that I have, because I never talk for the whole time that I'll show you why in a minute. But at the moment I've got about 5 minutes left, so apparently I've got like 5 minutes talking time. But what I usually do is first put in a jingle into the top of the hour so people know that it's a changeover, if that makes any sense. And then I will put in a bed, which it makes it then look like, so you put that in, and then if you scroll down again to the bottom it looks like I've added extra time, but that's just when you talk. And when I used to at college, and also, well yeah, when I was at college and I did work experience, they said this is the best way, especially if you're by yourself, because you're able to pause and not have that awkward gap, especially on the radio, because people can't see you obviously, and then it's a long time to be stopping. People think the radio's broken or something like that, so it's always better to have a station bed because you can feel more relaxed when you're talking. And it really helped me, because when I was doing work experience, like the first time I was on the radio, I was by myself and I only about 3 days notice for that, so I talked really fast and it was just a nightmare like that. So my teacher was like, no, stop, I'll show you how to do a music bed so you can calm down and it will be fine. So that's what I did, and that's what he taught me. So it was a good way of making it easier for me. Now I've just moved these 2 around because whenever I put two songs from the same band or singer, I like to just put them together so I can say that, oh, this is a double from this band. So I'll put in a jingle between them so that it will last and it will come over the intro, and it sounds really professional, I found, with it as well. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I was going to put my jingles in, my station beds, and I'll show you the final sort of thing, and then how I then prepare for what I'm going to be talking about and things like that. So see. Okay, so now I've finished completely setting up my hour, and as you can see that it's now saying I'm running over by 25 minutes, which is fine because it's not going to affect the next hour. So what I'll just do is, if I'm getting close to the time, if it gets about 10 to and I realise I've still got a lot of music to play, is I'll just delete these ones so it just doesn't play. It would cut off anyway, so it's fine. But these station beds, I don't talk through all of them. So usually I'll only talk for about a minute or 2, where they're worth nearly 4 minutes, so that's like half the time each time. Usually I find I need to actually add music, which is fine. Sometimes it's a bit hard if I'm trying to find stuff at the last minute, so searching for things while I'm in there, it's a bit harder, but usually I'm perfectly fine. So now I've done all of this, I will look up anything that I've found interesting through the week. I'll write it all down in my notebook here, and I will try to make sure that I talk about something relevant as well. There's no point talking about something that happened quite a few weeks ago, as people aren't interested in it anymore, kind of thing. So this week I'll be talking about why I wasn't here last weekend, which was when I was meant to be doing this filming, but we'll see. So yeah, so now I'll be going on the internet looking up good news stories that are interesting, usually try and find some funny ones, possibly finding interesting facts about the bands I'll be talking about. Yeah, that's kind of what I'll do for the next half an hour, and then I'll go into the studio and get myself set up already. I like to be quite prepared, so I'm here usually before 8 o'clock, which gives me over an hour, which when I was sorting it all out at home and getting myself prepared on a Saturday morning, I found I was still getting here way too early, and it was kind of a waste of time, and I was then sitting here doing nothing. But yeah, so that's the owl setup, so I'll be back in maybe